Why the Crawfish Lives in the Mud. Long ago, in the waters of the bayou, the crab and the crawfish used to be friends. That is, until one hot, muggy day when Crawfish was feeling more lazy than usual. Crawfish was getting hungry, but he wouldn't budge an inch to find a meal for himself. Then Crawfish heard a loud commotion and saw Crab carrying a fish he had caught in his claws. Suddenly, Crawfish had the envie, the craving for fish, which caused another loud racket in his hungry stomach. Crawfish rubbed his belly, thought for a moment, concocted a plan, and said, "Sure is a hot one, eh, Crab?" "That it is," replied Crab, balancing the fish in one claw and wiping the sweat of hard work from his brow with the other. "That fish sure looks good," said Crawfish. "Yes, indeed it does," said Crab. "Well, I declare, you are just too strong to carry such a small fish as that," said Crawfish. "A small fish?" asked Crab. "Oh, yes, replied Crawfish mockingly. "As strong as you are, you probably can't even feel that small, teeny fish you got yourself there. Now, one of those big fish down the bayou will give you a run for your money." "Big fish? Bigger than this one?" asked Crab. "Oh, yeah, much bigger than that small, teeny, itsy-bitsy fish you got yourself there. Boo-coo, much bigger. Now, that big fish down the bayou would be some fine eating for you. Yes, indeed, some fine eating," answered Crawfish. Crab looked at his catch of the day, and suddenly it didn't feel so heavy, and it didn't look so big. Lazy Crawfish laid it on thick again and said, "Of course, that small, teeny, itsy-bitsy, puny fish you got yourself there would be some fine eating for a weak little crawfish like me. But you, so big and strong, you need something bigger, much bigger. But c'est la vie, that's life. I guess I'll go get that big fish down the bayou and try to drag it home. I'll probably hurt my back in the trying." Crab put down his dinner and said, "Oh, no, I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself, dear friend Crawfish. Here, you take my little fish, and I'll go down the bayou and get that big fish." "You would do that for me?" asked Crawfish, hiding his devious grin. "Sure I would," said Crab, as he handed his dinner to the Crawfish and marched down the bayou. Crawfish laughed and laughed at the foolish Crab. "I've outsmarted that silly Crab again," said Crawfish. He laughed so hard that he turned red all over. Then Crawfish ate until he could eat no more, rubbed his full tummy, and took a long nap in the hot southern sun. Click, click, click. Suddenly, Crawfish heard a sound. Click, click, click. The sound came again, but this time it was closer and louder. Crawfish woke from his nap to find angry Crab standing over him, clicking his mighty claws together. Crab yelled, "You lazy, canaille trickster! I walked up and down that bayou looking for that big fish and found none." Crawfish backed up a little because he could tell that the Crab was some furious. Crab said, "You played another dirty trick and made a fool out of me for the last time." Crawfish backed up a little bit more. He had never seen Crab this angry before. Crab continued, "And to think, I gave you my dinner because I felt sorry for you." Crawfish backed up a little more, and trying to compose himself, he said, Ah, Miss Shy, I'm just couillon. You know, crazy. There's no need for you to be so crabby. Crab replied, Crabby? Why, I should throw you into the mud for pulling such a dirty trick on me. Oh, no, not the mud. I don't like the mud, said Crawfish. I'll get stuck in the mud and I'll never get out. Oh, anything but the mud. Now, a frightened Crawfish was backing away from Crab so fast and flicking his fantail so frantically that he unknowingly dug a deep tunnel in the mud and fell into it with a plop. Clods of mud encircled the tunnel's entrance, and Crawfish, burrowed inside, was hidden from sight. Crab couldn't believe his eyes. Well, I'll be. What goes around comes around, said Crab. I guess you've outsmarted yourself this time and got exactly what you deserved. Now the mud will be your home forever. And to this day, the crawfish, also known as the mud bug, lives in the mud to keep away from the angry crab.